Welcome to Black in Review, where we celebrate and examine the contributions of Black leaders and trailblazers in history. Today, we'll be introducing one of the most influential writers and civil rights activists of the 20th century, James Baldwin. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. This is another Black in Review moment. James Baldwin was born in Harlem, New York in 1924. This was a time of great change and unrest in the African American community, as they fought for equality and justice in a rapidly changing world. James Baldwin would become one of the most prominent voices in this fight, using his powerful writing and speeches to shed light on the issues of racial equality, justice, and human rights. Through his activism and participation in the civil rights movement, Baldwin inspired generations to come, as he stood up for what he believed in and fought for a better future. Baldwin's impact as a writer and thinker can still be felt today, as his writing continues to be widely read and his views on race, society, and equality remain relevant and thought-provoking. So in this video, we'll be taking a closer look at James Baldwin's life, accomplishments, and legacy, to better understand the impact of this influential figure in the African American community and beyond. James Baldwin was born into a struggling family in the vibrant neighborhood of Harlem, New York in 1924. Despite the challenges he faced growing up, Baldwin showed a talent for writing and a love for the arts from a young age. As a child, Baldwin spent much of his time reading and writing, honing his skills and developing his passion for the written word. Baldwin grew up in a deeply religious household and was heavily influenced by the church and the African American community around him. He would later draw upon these experiences in his writing, exploring themes of identity, faith, and community. Baldwin attended public school in New York City, where he excelled academically and developed a love for literature. He went on to attend DeWitt Clinton High School, where he was able to continue pursuing his interests and hone his writing skills. In his own words, Baldwin reflected on his education and early influences, saying, "I was educated by the people of Harlem and my schooling was done in the streets." Despite the challenges he faced, Baldwin's early years laid the foundation for his future success as a writer and activist. Through his love of the written word and his passion for justice, Baldwin would go on to make a lasting impact on society and the world. James Baldwin's writing career began in the 1950s, as he established himself as a powerful voice in the African American community and beyond. Baldwin's writing tackled the complex issues of race, identity, and justice, inspiring readers and challenging societal norms. Baldwin's writing is characterized by its powerful, lyrical prose and its unflinching examination of the human experience. His first book, Go Tell It on the Mountain, was a semi-autobiographical novel that explored themes of faith, family, and identity. Baldwin's most well-known works, Notes of a Native Son and The Fire Next Time, were collections of essays that tackled issues of racial inequality, injustice, and the struggle for civil rights. These works established Baldwin as a leading voice in the civil rights movement and a powerful commentator on the state of American society. In addition to his writing, Baldwin was a sought-after speaker and a powerful advocate for change. He appeared at literary events, rallies, and speaking engagements, spreading his message and inspiring others to fight for justice and equality. Baldwin's writing continues to be widely read and discussed, as his views on race, society, and equality remain relevant and thought-provoking. His legacy as a writer and activist continues to inspire and challenge people of all ages and backgrounds, as they seek to understand and address the ongoing issues of racial inequality and justice in society. Baldwin was active in the civil rights movement throughout the 1950s and 1960s, participating in protests, marches, and other acts of nonviolent resistance. He spoke out against racial segregation and inequality, advocating for equal treatment and rights for African Americans. Baldwin was a close associate of other civil rights leaders such as Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and Medgar Evers, and he worked alongside them to bring attention to the issues of racial inequality and justice. He was also a friend and mentor to many young activists, inspiring them with his words and actions. Baldwin believed that artists and writers had a critical role to play in the struggle for racial justice, and he encouraged others to use their talents and voices to bring attention to the issues of inequality and oppression. In his own words, Baldwin said, "Artists are here to disturb the peace." Baldwin's message of hope, equality, and justice remains relevant and inspiring as people continue to fight for a better future for all. His activism and writing will always be remembered and celebrated as a testament to his enduring legacy as a civil rights leader and advocate for change. James Baldwin was a complex and private individual, with a personal life that was both fulfilling and challenging. Baldwin lived a life of great passion, filled with rich relationships and powerful experiences. Baldwin was openly gay in a time when homosexuality was not widely accepted, and he wrote about his experiences as a gay man in his writing. He challenged societal norms and paved the way for greater understanding and acceptance of the LGBTQ+ community. Baldwin had several long-term relationships, including a partnership with an artist named Lucien Happersberger. The two of them lived together in Paris for many years, and Baldwin often wrote about their relationship in his writing. Despite the challenges he faced, Baldwin remained deeply committed to his relationships, and he believed in the power of love to transform the world. In his own words, Baldwin said, "Love takes off masks that we fear we cannot live without and know we cannot live within." Baldwin had many close relationships throughout his life, including friendships with other writers, artists, and activists. He was a beloved member of his community, and he remained deeply connected to his family and friends throughout his life. James Baldwin died on December 1, 1987 at the age of 63. He left behind a legacy of powerful writing and activism, and his death was mourned by countless people around the world. Despite his passing, Baldwin's legacy has continued to grow as more and more people discover his writing and activism. His books remain popular and widely read, and his speeches and interviews continue to inspire and educate people around the world. Baldwin's impact on society has been profound, as his writing and activism have inspired generations of people to fight for racial justice and equality. He remains an important voice in the ongoing struggle for a better future for all, and his message continues to be relevant and inspiring. James Baldwin lived a life of great passion and purpose, and his legacy as a writer, activist, and advocate for change will always be remembered and celebrated. In his own words, Baldwin said, "The world is before you, and you need not take it or leave it as it was when you came in." Through his words and actions, Baldwin challenged the world to be better, and his legacy continues to inspire and educate people for generations to come. This has been another Black in Review moment. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel for more videos on Black writers and activists like James Baldwin.